Hello and welcome. I'm Daffy Roth, and this is Blasphemous for the PC. Now, last episode we started our pilgrimage, and didn't really get anywhere per se. But today we're going to make some progress. So we're just going to jump right into it. Oh, we did upgrade our flasks, I suppose. Every so often there's a puppers here. He just randomly appears though. And you can give him pets. Damn it. I'm trying to think if I wanted to eat. Yeah, I forgot them more. Our guilt fragment is a little bit farther ahead. Excuse me.
Here lies the door, on whose bronze the ordeals of those chosen by the miracle are perpetuated. On it, for the art of these images to be worshipped and revered, ornamentation must take place. His sculpted holiness watches us, rigid, from on high. But it is the relief of the bronze that dictates who is worthy of passing under its adorned arch. Find the holy visages, and the bronze will know. For fickle are the wishes of the miracle.
Okay. Good talk.
Sister of mine, as I foretold you, someone is heading towards the Forbidden Gate. Someone who seeks the purge and excommunication of all that is sacred and rests there. No, no, do not place your doubts on me. I am ready.
Okay, so this is heading towards what probably most people will do as the first boss, but we are not going to go that way. We'll come back to these later. Get a few things, but we don't want to go to the boss. Like, this is the actual, you know, an actual boss fight, like one of the three that we need to defeat to open up the door. But we're gonna go to the mountains. And then come down this way. dude, it's gonna make me jump across all these. Gross. The Radius of Helzer the Poet. The work of the poet John Clark Helzer had a sadly posthumous success, especially his poem to the Red Leaf. The poem was found next to his corpse, severed by a fallen tree. His corpse was severed? Wait, what? The poem was found next to his corpse, severed by a fallen tree. Okay.
Contrite and humiliated be the heart, penitent one in silence. You stand before what remains of Gemino. Oh, do not fret for me. The cold is merciful, for it relieves our pain and numbs us before it leads us to our deaths. Perhaps the miracle the others spoke of has come to me, here in this iron tomb, lengthening distress more and more. To a promised land you direct your march, to the place where the frozen and the burning embrace in communion. Let me ask of you the favor of bringing me a few drops of the oils that once came out of these icy olive trees, the ones that ended up scorching the faces of every pious person who ever reached the summit. As my last wish, before it is too late for me, let me feel that pain. Take this. Now, let my numbed arm become another branch of this withered olive tree. Hurry up, I can still hear the call.
So this is so if you beat another boss before going up this way, he would already be petrified as a tree and he wouldn't be able to do this quest. So we got the empty golden thimble. Thimble adorned with a gold, carrying an inscription that reads, "Only cold gold can carry the redeeming oil." Empty gold thimble. Number 1. A young villager named Aura had such a beautiful and pious face that even as a child, statue sculptors took her as a model for their creations. Her face became so recognizable that, little by little, people took her as a living, breathing image of divinity until it reached a point where they ended up taking her out on procession and even replacing their own images. Such was the fervor around her that she could not bear to be mistaken with the divinity, and burned her face with boiling oil to gift her pious beauty to God, and took up the habits of a coven. So that there's a saint, I believe, in Catholicism that has something similar to that. Incense garlic. Incense garlic. Bulb white as bone, very hard to find. Its intense aroma, reminiscent of sandalwood, is only noticeable on rainy days, betraying its hiding place. It was sought after by herbalists with the best sense of smell for its miraculous properties. Confessions of Terso, Part 6. Ever since then, our pious kisses have saved hundreds from the affliction of the miracle that ravages these lands, and from then on, our congregation has been called that of the Kissers of Moons. And there's really nothing we can do here, so we'll just mark this. hate these things so much. Oh my gosh. No point. honestly don't care. I'll take it. I don't. There's no reason to even go back in there. All right, we got the remains of Tetudia's hair. Remain of the thorned hairs of the novice Tetudia that were isolated from the rest so she cannot receive a holy bearer. Tetudia spent several years in that nunnery, and as she grew up, it became harder and harder to hide her hair. It wouldn't stop twisting and growing thorns, and the blood from the wounds it caused her did not take long to stain her pure white habit. The nuns, upon realizing, were frightened by it and soon began considering her cursed and a heretic, just as the parents of the girl had feared would happen. So when we talked to the guy at the church through the window, he gave us a quest basically to find the remains, which I never realized until one of those things where you just kind of got to pay attention to what people say, I guess. I was like, oh, cool. You have this order that you're a part of. Oh, nope. I got to go back in there to get my guilt fragment. Dang it, dude. That's right. Honestly, I don't know how it does affect me. Ah, we have arrived.
What I am offering you here is as lustrous as the fair star of the night. And may my eyes be blinded if I'm lying.
Torn bridal ribbon. The soft white ribbon used during marriage ceremonies has been torn, thus destroying its delicate embroideries. One of the three remains of an unfinished ceremony. The wounds inflicted by a broken oath rarely ever find healing.
What I am offering you here is, and may my...
The calcified eye of erudition. Eyeball belonging to Alvarez, the scribe, who glimpsed the truth hidden that to so many other eyes. Its stony scrutiny reveals the vital essence of enemies.
This is a precious treasure to me. Its value goes far beyond what I ask for it, and may I don mourning black if I'm trying to deceive you?
Ember of the Holy Cremation. Ember crystallized through a long-forgotten ritual. It retains some of the heat of a bonfire lit by a different land. Tempers the heart, increasing the defenses of whoever carries it. I can't. But it's going to be nice.
Let us be captives of the miracle, penitent one. Do not be surprised to find this merchant here. This ancient occupation requires me to be wherever I can obtain rewarding benefits. Call me Candelaria, for what I sell would make your eyes light up like the high bonfires. I will not ask you for any money whatsoever. Those forbidden tears you shed would be more than enough for me. Go ahead. Cast your darkened eyes over these valuable treasures.
Alright, the ankle bone of Weston the Pilgrim. His traveling companion assured him that he would wait for him at the next shelter, just a day away. When Weston arrived the next day, there was no one there, nor the day after that. But, no, not over here. You acquired a knot of rosary rope. Alright, so let's do our lore here. Calcified eye. So his body was immobilized, and amid cries of repentance, his skin began to turn whiter and whiter until it finally became limestone. As he was about to become a complete statue, in a final sigh, his tears softened one of his eyes that he managed to separate himself from the rest of the body by falling to the ground. Then we discreetly moved her rigid body of lime from her cell to the lower parts of the Archcathedral, along with the other forbidden statues. We put a wide loom over her so that no one else would know that under her would sleep, punished by the miracle, the great scribe. I don't get it, but okay. Immaculate bead, simple bead devoid of purpose. Its pristine surface has never been spoiled by fervent fingers. I had something for you, and for you alone, revealed the gypsy to a monk who had just stopped his donkey as she uncovered a white stone, possessing a strange beauty. It comes from the darkness of the ocean floor. Contemplate its purity, look at its immaculate white, its virgin brilliance. What could be purer than this for your rosary, brother? Alright, so we're going to unequip that and equip this. And it's going to be... I guess we should read the lore, which we did. Let's see here. We have the ankle bone. That. That's right. Alright, the Tor bridal ribbon, number 1. Yes, brother, it's been a long time since I stopped officiating nuptials. Since the day those three sisters embraced each other, praying. Since the day they asked the miracle itself to help them to avoid such a holy bond. The knot of rosary rope not made from the threads of habits of monks deceased in ancient times. Ingratia was her name. Her rosaries were the prettiest of all Custodia, the most prestigious priests and bishops frequented her workshop, and even our very holiness, Escobar, commissioned her. Such was her mastery that a rosary crafted by old Ingratia was unparalleled in beauty, delicacy, and perfection. Word spread that a rosary that was not made by her would not receive divine blessing, and prayers would not be heard, and besides, that would be a sin. This caused all the others to become banned by the Holy Mother Church, and those so-called false rosaries were sought and burned. Someone who kept a deceitful rosary would be severely punished, sometimes even accused of heresy. Then we all began to wonder what would become of the rosaries when Ingratia was no longer with us. So, what the bead does is, I believe we die 3 times, and it gets darker each time. And then once it finally becomes basically imbued with sin, we can then use this portal, and we have to defeat all the portals to work towards a true ending.
Merciful be, penitent one. With your contribution, the work of this brotherhood carries on.
Alright, linen cloth, a useless rag that seems to be slightly vibrate at times, emitting an unintelligible buzz. The affliction sometimes leaves its mark on mundane-looking objects, unable to reveal the miracle under its mantle of corruption. Fervile as he was, he hardly noticed that someone had sat down next to him. A gentle hand patted a white cloth on his forehead. It was a fabric of the utmost softness, which allowed light through as if it were a sheet of paper, and was soaking his feverish sweats and providing such relief that he could not help but fall asleep. When the cloth was soaked, the nun got up and handed it to the Mother Superior, adding, "With this, we will be able to have his confession."
This place is another dream, penitent one. They believe me a saint worthy of devotions, and the only thing I granted to their prayers was the saltpeter that runs through this stark land and rises through our bodies. The punishment of the miracle for the false idol is to grant them false holiness. Do not try to obtain my name, for it is also covered in salt. Bring me anything that can be blessed, so you might crush this fate of mine and let me cross to the other side of this false dream. Behold the linen cloth that soaks the sweat of fevers, of thoughts, of dreamt sins. A tool that obtains secret and forbidden confessions, even from those who already departed to the other side of the dream. In the name of the High Wills, I bless this relic. Watch over it, for it is now pure and sacred.
Alright. Relics. Equip relics to change your perception of the world. Each relic possesses different unique effects, and you can equip up to 3 of them at the same time. Alright. Yellowish fabric, witness to fervile confessions. It still quivers in the face of tortured souls, allowing one to listen to those who can no longer speak. So, those dead bodies, we can talk to them now. Isn't that exciting? What are those little ones that seem to hide up in the ceilings, amongst the ornaments of the altars? When I call them, they do not appear to pay me any mind. They are covered in ribbons that give the impression of fluttering in an invisible, imperceptible, consistent wind. At times I hear them cry, and at times I hear them laugh. What are you, O creatures of divine grace? Flying babies, duh. It is closer now. The crying faces of ice announce the proximity of the Covenant, the prestige, the pain awaiting inside its walls. I ask the cold to be merciful and allow me to climb to the peaks where I will be reborn as a sister of golden visage. I have the lights, right? I want to make sure. I hate these things so much. Also, I just love the music in this game. Particularly here. We have acquired a empty biomass. That blast. Someday I'll learn how to speak English. Alright, we'll read that when we're not getting murdered by flying wraiths. guess now's time as good as any. The muted bell. Tin bell now empty. Strangely, one could swear to hear a slight tinkling in the presence of strange energies. Slightly protects its wearer from attacks of magical nature. When he entered the room full of paintings and statues, he was surprised to find, under a dirty sheet, the marble figure of a man who seemed to offer him something. Something lustrous that he held up in his cold stone hands caught his attention. A shapeless fruit, the size of an apple, with a silvery glow and a delicate appearance. Hungry as he was, he took it, but when he tried to bite it, he had to hold back a yelp of pain, for the fruit turned out to be made of metal. Confused, he grabbed a nearby stone and smashed the fruit with all his might, managing to make a small crack in it, from which a dense reddish liquid poured. Without thinking it twice, he drank the liquid, which tasted salty like blood. Let's hear it. Got the vial. Empty bile flask. Vessels made of crystal and gold capable of holding the hallowed bile that emanates from morning fountains. Get up and tell us what you have witnessed, said the scribe without averting his gaze from the paper. I received an order for the exhumation of a penitent who had been buried about a year ago, answered the gravedigger. He was well loved in Albero, and many parishioners approached his grave. When I dug him up, we saw blood coming from a crack in his sarcophagus. Blood red as wine. Those who were there rushed to open the lid of the coffin and carried him over on their shoulders, watching as blood gushed out from its side. Others ran to their houses, searching for buckets and bottles to keep all that blood that wouldn't stop flowing out. One could just taste the blood. Eat a dick. Oh, sweet. I can bear it no longer. That sound, that ringing will follow me forever. No matter where I go, this is my sentence. It is time to cross towards the other side of this cursed dream. Thank you, thank you. I don't think I can make it up to there. You know, I found these guys to be really annoying, but then I was thinking when I was reading, looking over that I never use this attack really, and it's perfect for him. Oh, the parietal bone. Oh yeah, we still have to read this one. The occipital of Tequila the Metalsmith. Tequila was not your everyday metalsmith. Skulls were the basis of his creations, with the jeweled skulls his specialty. His last wish was to become the most beautiful piece in his collection. The parietal bone of Lasser the Inquisitor. Unlike other inquisitors, Lasser showed an unusual amount of indulgence towards the accused. Even to the point of stopping executions, his weakness led him to excommunication and exile. God forbid you have mercy on people. Yeah. The maximum of fervor has been increased. Thank you, thank you. Acquired piece of tombstone. Piece of tombstone. Piece of cremated slab that strangely found on the snowy peaks. Those from the village rarely left their arid lands to face the cold of the mountains, but this tombstone had undoubtedly belonged to someone from Albero. The fragment confers existence to falls, eliminating recovery time. It is said that the Albero graveyard is even older than Albero itself. It was built even before the church was erected. It was a graveyard isolated from everything in this arid, ochred land, considered unholy. The church did not take long to find out about this and dug all the tombs up, scattering the remains across the fields. That's when the Brotherhood of the Genuine Scepter was founded, in charge of collecting the remains of the dead and giving them a second burial. I've kept this piece of clay tombstone since then.
Indeed, sister of mine, our encounter is approaching. The miracle will protect me. I do not need your protection this time. Leave me alone.
God, I hate those fucking guys. Fucking, that's like almost my entire health bar. Alright, well, I almost made it in one go, but I failed. So, in our next episode, we will attempt to climb once more and get to the, get up to the Covenant. So, alright, well, I hope you're enjoying it. Until next time, friends, stay true to yourself, stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next episode. Okay, bye-bye.